third graders. This week is all about methods and materials. So I'm going to show you some different techniques, and you'll have several options. You can try all of them or just some of them. And we're going to learn about some embossing, and we're going to use tin foil. And then I'll also show you a really quick way to use your fingers to do some printmaking. Okay, if you want to try the embossing, you'll need some tin foil. Embossing is basically when you put something into a material and it either raises it up or it pushes it in. That's called embossing. And so for this, you can use something, kind of pointy, maybe a skewer stick or a pencil. I'm going to use the end of this brush. And you're just going to create some different textures in this piece of foil. You can make a sketch first. I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to use some lines to kind of divide up my space. Just be careful that you don't push so hard that you rip it. So if you push in on it, you'll see that it's kind of raised up on the other side. I have a paper pad underneath here and just a cardboard backing. So you'll need something maybe a little bit soft underneath. Okay, and then I'm just going to start. If you push this in several times, you can make even a little bit of a wider line. So once you've finished adding lots of different lines, textures to this, you can flip it over. You can color this side, or you can flip it over and color the other side. And so this is the raised part, and then this is the part that goes in. And coloring on aluminum foil is really fun, but you have to use permanent marker. So you can just, I don't have Sharpies, I have these Prismacolors, but Sharpies work great. If you just have, a black Sharpie, maybe you do that. Or you can just leave it as is and not color it, and then just maybe do several of those and have fun just creating the textures. And I'm just going to color this in so you can see what it looks like. If you feel like some of the textures aren't very pressed in, you can always kind of go back after you color and press it back in, because you'll see, because I colored that side, it kind of pushed out over here. So you can just kind of flip it back and forth and keep like re-outlining be outlining as you color. So you would just continue flipping this back and forth until you have everything colored in. And then, so when I push the cloud outline back out, you can also go in and push the other part of it back in. So you're constantly kind of flipping back and forth, and then you can see how the textures remain raised. And you would just do that and color the whole thing in, and it looks really nice if you put it on a colorful piece of construction paper. Have fun. Another thing that you can do with tin foil that is fun without the embossing is you can just do some doodles on the tin foil, and because it's so smooth, drawing on it with Sharpie is super fun. And you can, this is kind of like, if you remember our Zen tingling lessons from first grade, this is kind of similar to this, where you could just kind of overlap your lines and then just do some coloring, and you can do some designs in some spaces, or just do colors. And again, you have to use permanent marker on the foil. And you would also just continue that until you have it colored in. Have fun. So if you don't have any aluminum foil to do the embossing or the doodling on the aluminum foil, I'm going to show you a printmaking technique. All you need for that is regular Crayola markers, and we're going to use our fingers to do some printing. So I already printed a little bit over here, and then I made my fingerprints into little characters. If you don't have Crayola markers, you can use watercolors. You can use a stamp pad. So you can see I already colored my fingers here. So all you would do is, and make sure you have your parents' permission for that. The Crayola marker does come off really easily with water. So I'm just going to color my fingertip here. And then I'm just gonna stamp it. And again, and you can kind of color over ones you already did because it dries pretty quick. And then all I did, you can just use a regular marker, even a colored pencil. I'm using a little Sharpie. So we've talked a lot about how to draw little faces and show emotions in the past few years. So this is pretty simple. Just have fun with this and draw some characters. You can certainly do all the activities I showed you and post pictures of them. So I'm just going to draw a little face here. You can even do like a family portrait. It's kind of weird. And let's see. Person's doing some fun dance moves. So just have fun with this, try some different things, and post your work. The last technique I want to show you for this week is a crayon transfer. And what you do is you just take some crayons, any colors you want, and you just kind of, you color a piece of paper and kind of use good pressure, color nice and hard. And then after you color that, you can take your paper and get a new sheet of paper and flip it around. And then you're going to use a pencil or a pen to draw on here, and you have to press kind of hard. So ask your parents. For a pencil works too, but my mechanical pencil is really thin, so I'm going to use a pen. And then you can just draw whatever comes to mind. So just kind of press hard. And then what happens is this crayon will transfer, and that looks really pretty. Obviously you can't erase this, so just think about what you're going to draw. It's probably not going to be perfect. This is kind of weird, but that's okay. Just kind of doodling, drawing whatever I feel like here. And then once you're happy with your picture, you can just peel it off, and you get this really fun colored print, and that's kind of where it came off of. And you can continue to play around with that. Have fun.